Hello everyone. Previously, in the previous chapters, in the last video, we have studied about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Then Khilafat and the non-cooperation movement we have completed yesterday only. Today we will start from a new topic, that is the Silent Commission. Then after that we will come on the civil disobedience movement, then what has been done into that movement, and first round table conference. These all 3 points we are going to start today. That is the Simon Commission. The Britishers in 1927, the British government in England set up the Simon Commission to look into the effectiveness of the government of India. They have established the Simon Commission to look that what they are doing into India and why are people opposing them, why are people is against the government, and what are the effectives, what are the work is being done by the government of India, means to say that the British government which is ruling over there, what are the work they are doing for the beneficial of the Indians. But Indians were not happy with this as it did not have a single Indian. They have established the commission. Okay, all the Britishers were there, but there is no any singular Indian person into that commission. That's why the people of India were opposing them. When the commission arrived in India, it was greeted by the slogan, "Simon, go back." When all the commission has came into the India, they were greeted by the particular slogan of given by the Indian people, that is "Simon, go back." They were protesting against them because there is no any Indian person into that commission that could tell the problems which the Indian people are facing into a country. But the Britishers have made a singular commission that all the British people are into and that objectives. Okay, the government restored the Lathi charge, and the Lala Lajpat Rai was severely injured and later died due to these injuries. Government restored Lathi charge because they are protesting. They are saying, "Simon, go back, Simon, go back." But what had happened? Government had ordered to do the Lathi charge on the particular people who are saying these type of slogans, and in this Lala Lajpat Rai got severely injured and has died due to these injuries. The Indian leader decided to prepare a report on the reform to be carried out in India for the establishment of the responsible government. But what had happened? A draft was made under the leadership of Motilal Nehru, and it demanded for a dominion status, but Muslim League did not accept this report. The report has been made that these type of things is happening into the country, but the Muslim League have not supported that report, and they have abolished that this is not the correct one. Bardoli Satyagraha Andolan, what has happened into that? Bardoli Satyagraha was a Satyagraha movement started by the peasants under the leadership of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in 1928. It was a movement against the increase of land revenue by 25% by the government. Government has increased the land tax, that is 25% of the land tax people, means farmers, have to give to the British government, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel had started the Bardoli movement against them, Bardoli Satyagraha against them, because they are increasing the taxes again and again, and people are not able to pay that, and if they are not able to pay that, they are showing the cruelty to that particular persons. That's why the Satyagraha Andolan, Bardoli Satyagraha Andolan was led by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel against them. The civil disobedience movement, what had happened to this? A Congress session was held in Lucknow on 29 December 1929. Under the leadership of Pandit Nehru, Congress declared the attainment of Purna Swaraj as its aim. In the Lahore, 29 December 1929, under the leadership of Pandit Nehru, The Congress declared to attain the Purna Swaraj on a country, on our own country. That was the main aim, that the Britishers should move away from our country and we should govern our own, we should make our own government and govern the country. So what was going on? Consequently, it was decided that Independence Day will be observed on 26 January 1930. The national flag was unfurled and working committees met in February and decided to start a civil disobedient movement under the leadership of Gandhiji. Means whatever the orders has been given by the British government, the people are starting to disobey that, and it is under the leadership of Gandhiji. Gandhiji inaugurated the civil disobedient movement by conducting a historic Dandi Salt March, which he broke in salt law imposed by the British government. Means there is the tax which is being taken by the British government on the salt also. That's why Dandi Salt March has been started by the Gandhiji to break the salt law imposed by the British government. So accompanied by his followers, Gandhiji embarked on a protest march from the Sabarmati ashram to Dandi, that is located in the shore of Arabian Sea. Next, Dandi march has an immense impact on the entire nation. Each and every corner of the country is being influenced by this movement, and soon this act of violation of salt law assumed all Indian character. The entire nation was united under the call of a single man and Mahatma Gandhi. There were reports of satyagraha and instances of law violation from Bombay, Central and United Provinces, Bengal and Gujarat. Besides breaking the salt law, the civil disobedience movement incorporated picketing of shops selling foreign goods and liquor, bonfire of foreign clothes, refusal to pay tax and avoidance of offices, the public officers and the schools by the students. So these all things has been happened after the Dandi March. People from different part of the country had started disobey the particular orders which has been given by the Britishers, that they are not going to, students are not going to the English schools, and people were not using the foreign goods. They are just burning, they are just making the bonfire of foreign cloths. They are not using the foreign cloths. The shop which is selling liquor, they had closed that shop, and also selling and stop the selling of the foreign goods which is coming into the country. So these all things has been happened. Women too joined these forces against the British. Those from orthodox families did not hesitate to respond to the call of Mahatma. They took an active part in the packing exercises. Means all the people of India jointly going against the Britishers, and they started to stop the selling. They started to stop the selling of the foreign goods. They are not using that goods also, and they are burning all the cloths which has been made by the Britishers and selling into our own country. So the second struggle for attain Swaraj, launched by the Congress under the able guidance of Mahatma Gandhi, served the critical function of mobilizing the masses on a large scale against the British. First round table conference, how it has happened? 3 round table conferences were held. In the first conference, prominent leader of the Muslim League and the Hindu Mahasabha were there, but Congress did not attend. It ended without any agreement. Okay. So, in the first conference table, the prominent leader of Muslim League were there on the table. Hindu Mahasabha, the prominent leader of Hindu Mahasabha was sitting over there on the table, but Congress did not attend that conference, and that's why there is no any response. There is no any come out of that particular meeting. Gandhi-Irvine Pact in 5th January 1931. Gandhiji met the Viceroy Lord Irwin after suspending the civil disobedience movement and signed an agreement known as Gandhi-Irwin Pact. There was a civil disobedience movement to stop the civil obedience movement. There is Gandhi-Irwin Pact has been came. They have to sign that particular pact. And what was the salient at the points of this agreement? That is, the Congress would discontinue the civil obedience movement. It is written into that pact by the Britishers that Congress have to stop this disobedience movement. Second, Congress would participate in the second roundtable conference. The government would withdraw all the ordinance issued to curb the Congress, means to finish the Congress. The government which has given all the ordinance against the Congress, they have said that we will take it back, and the government would release political prisoners. The political prisoners which has been captured by the British government, they would release them, and right to manufacture salt would be given to the people living in the coastal areas. People who are living into the coastal areas, they are not allowed to make the salt, and right now they have got the right to make the salt and sell them into the market without any tax. So these things has been happened into these particular things. Firstly, we have studied about the Simon Commission. Then after that, civil disobedience movements, which all the people have started to disobey the government. And the third one is first round table conference. And the last one, the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. We have studied all these points into today's videos. Next, we will study about Karachi session, second round table conference and communal award. Thank you so much.